What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another live stream for you guys. We haven't brought you a live stream for a while, but we are building up to the World Cup, which starts this weekend in Qatar. We're going to go through all our predictions, golden boot, dark horses, breakout stars, player of the tournament, surprise packages, flop of the tournament, and the winners. And we're also going to be going through our tournament trees as well. And then after we do that, we're going to be doing the sweepstake, where we've got 16 players involved. Each player is going to get 2 teams from pot 1 and pot 2. We'll explain it all, the nitty-gritty of how the sweepstake will work a bit later.
It's all your favourite creators are involved.
Exactly.
So you should be invested in this.
Definitely. And everyone's put in £10 and the winner takes all. But without further ado, I think let's start off with our World Cup predictions, and let's start off with the golden boot race. And Sim's gone for Harry Kane. I've gone for Lautaro Martinez of Argentina.
Wow, it's a big shout.
Yeah, it is a big shout, and his odds are actually fairly quite high. I think 18-1 or something crazy like that. And I think it's a really good shout because, you know, you think Argentina are going to go deep into this tournament, Messi's last tournament and everything like that. Whenever I've seen Argentina over the past year or two, Lautaro Martinez has been absolutely banging in the goals. He bangs in the goals for Inter Milan as well. And we haven't really seen him perform on the biggest stage at a World Cup yet. So I think this could be his time.
Well, it's not a bad shout. If you check out who's in their group, they got Poland, Mexico, Saudi Arabia. Should be plenty of chances to get on the score sheet. And if Argentina are predicted to go far in the group, in the tournament, then he's obviously going to be a very good shout. He's obviously a very good player. I don't know what his goal scoring record is like for Argentina.
It's fairly good.
It's so. If a lot of the what you call it attention is going to be on Messi and all these other players, he could maybe fly under the radar, and sometimes those are the players that do end up with the most goals.
Absolutely.
I've gone for Harry Kane. Maybe there's some bias in there. Obviously, given England's recent form, you might think it's not a great prediction. But the reason I've done it is because, first of all, he did get the golden boot last time. Second of all, at the Euros, he scored in 3 of his 4 knockout games. And this World Cup, England's group is like, you could see him scoring in all those games. USA, Wales, and Iran. He's got a very decent group when it comes to goal scoring. And not only that, if depending on how the knockout stages go, he could easily be facing Senegal and potentially Denmark in the next 2 rounds, or maybe even Poland. So you could even, it could be a while before we hit a very big nation, and that could easily be big opportunities for Kane to get goals. So that's why I actually, and we know he's obviously going to start every game. He's the captain, he's the main man, he's going to be on penalties as well. So I think he's got a decent chance at it.
Has anyone ever retained the golden boot from World Cup to World Cup?
I can't, unless it happened like...
Yeah, I mean, in recent history, I don't think it's happened,
in recent history, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's...
It'd be a massive achievement if he could do it.
Ronaldo got it last time, didn't he? Was it Cristiano who won the golden boot in 18?
I can't remember. I can't remember anyone retaining it, though. I really can't. So, I mean, it'll be a massive shout if he does.
I just think Kane's fixtures give him a really good opportunity. Like, there are not many... I don't think there are many groups easier than what potentially he has. And also in the knockout rounds, like, he could have some favourable knockout rounds in the early ones. So I think he's got some good opportunities here.
It's interesting, but let us know in the comment section below who you would go for the golden boot. Do you agree with us? It could be Martinez or Kane, or if you've got another name, let us know in the comment section. But let's move on to the dark horses. So actually, just before we move on to the dark horse, there's dark horse and there is surprise package. I know some people will think they might be a bit too similar, but dark horses, we're thinking a team where you don't necessarily think they're going to go really far. But surprise packages like a team completely outside of the box, like let's say a South Korea or someone like down there. But dark horses are someone a bit better than that, where you think they're going to do better than expected.
They're not like one of the favourites, but maybe they actually do have a chance of winning it.
Exactly.
And surprise package is like a team who are maybe predicted to go out of the groups and might surprise a few people by getting to the quarters or the semis.
All right. Well, let's go on to the dark horses. Sim has picked Portugal. I've picked Uruguay. And what are you thinking about Portugal? Portugal?
Well, you look, Portugal at the moment, I'm currently looking at the odds. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th favourites for this tournament. I'm looking at their squad and I'm like, why are they so low down? Because I actually think they got quite a nice balance in their squad of players.
Out of the teams that are above them, who have they got a better squad than, do you reckon?
I reckon they got a better squad than Holland. And if you're talking about, it's not even just about squad, it's about first 11 as well. I think when you look at their first 11, you can make a very, very good argument it's better than Germany as well. I reckon it's more balanced potentially than Spain. When it comes to France, Argentina, Brazil, it's hard to make an argument their team is better. But like, if you look at I'm looking at their team, right, and in goal they got that new up and comer Diego Costa from Porto, who's everyone says he could be the next big goalkeeper right now. In defence, they got people like Ruben Diaz, they got Nuno Mendes from PSG, Rafael Guerreiro from Dortmund, João Cancelo from Man City. These are all very good defenders. In midfield, they've got a really nice balance as well. They've got Bruno Fernandes, they've got Ruben Neves. Vitinha from PSG's had a really good season. And then up front, Rafael Leao's having it breaking out at the moment. Obviously, Ronaldo, he turns up at tournaments more often than not. Gonçalo Ramos is having a very good season with Benfica. So I actually look at their team and I'm thinking, why are they so unfancied? No, I didn't even mention Bernardo Silva as well, one of the top creative mids in the league. So I think they've got a really nice balance, and I think they're maybe being written off by a lot of people.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I've gone for Uruguay, and I really like their squad as well. I mean, they've really mixed experience with youth in their squad. I'm not sure where they are in terms of the odds. If you can let me know where they
Uruguay,
are.
40-1.
40 to 1.
11, 12 favourites.
12 favourites. So, but if you look at their squad, in goal they got Muslera of Galatasaray, who's no slouch as good keeper. But in defence, their back two, if they go for a back two, they're probably going to have Araujo of Barcelona and Jimenez of Atletico Madrid. And that is a good back two for anyone, to be honest. And they've also got Sebastian Coates and the experience of Diego Godin in the defence as well, where you move into the midfield, Rodrigo Bentancur, Lucas Torreira, Valverde, Vecino of Lazio, very good midfield there. And if you look at attack, they've got, again, mix of youth and experience with Luis Suarez, Darwin Nunez and Edison Cavani. So I think that's a really good mix of squad there. Really good.
I think our midfield, it could definitely be the difference a lot. Valverde and Bentancur, two players playing. Valverde has been one of the best midfielders in Europe this season. He really has.
Well, he's been playing a lot on the wing for Real Madrid.
He has. He's really stepped up incredibly. So it could be they could surprise a few people this tournament.
The problem is with Uruguay is their group is Portugal, Ghana, and Korea. I do expect them to get out the group, but if they do finish second, they're most likely to play Brazil in the next round. That's the problem.
Yeah, you don't see them getting much further than that. That's the problem.
So I mean, if they can somehow avoid Brazil in the next round, let's say they top their group, then they actually could go quite far.
Yeah. And it's not beyond the realms of possibility they top the group.
Exactly. So my dark horse is Uruguay. Sim's dark horse is Portugal. Let's move on to the breakout star. Both gone for Germans. Sim's gone for Youssef Moukoko, the Dortmund star, breaking through this season. 17 years of age, astonishingly got called up to the World Cup squad. And I've gone for Jamal Musiala. Should be playing in an England shirt this World Cup, but alas, he isn't, and he will be turning out for Germany. Musiala has had an unbelievable season so far for Bayern Munich. He's scoring so many goals, contributing in terms of assists and general play for Bayern Munich. I mean, he's been sensational, really has this season. Every time I've watched him play, he's blown me away of how good he actually is. And I think he's going to get a starting berth for Germany in this World Cup.
Yeah, I believe so as well. I think he starts pretty much every week for Bayern Munich, the biggest club in Germany. So no reason why he doesn't. He's been brilliant as well. He's still 19.
Yeah.
I think was he playing in the Euros as well? I think he was in the squad.
I think he came on a few games as sub appearance.
He's really developed into something special. But Moukoko, this season's really been an unbelievable breakout season for him. 6 goals and 4 assists for a 17-year-old playing for Borussia Dortmund is something really exceptional. He's really got himself in last minute into that World Cup squad, really, because maybe it's because Werner got ruled out for injury, but it's one of those stories where a player comes from nowhere to make the World Cup squad. And I think at 17, with their striking options, I know like Kai Havertz isn't really a natural striker. Other than that, like Müller, not a natural striker. Sane, Gnabry, they're not. He's the only real natural
but they've
striker.
got that guy, that striker from Werder Bremen, Fulkerig, that's really scoring a lot of goals in the Bundesliga this season. He scored in their friendly last night as well. And I actually think he's going to be the one that ends up taking that number 9 shot, or not number 9, but the forward role for Germany. I can't really see Moukoko playing too much in this tournament.
I really can, because if he's faltering, Fulkerig, then I can see Moukoko getting opportunities from the bench, and that's where he's been getting a lot of joy for Dortmund, off the bench and starting. And if he can come off the bench and get a goal, everyone's going to be talking about him, because he's 17 years of age, and the hype is going to go insane. And I think he will get a goal this World Cup as well. So I think this could be the tournament that really puts him on the map at such a young age. 6 goals and 4 assists this season. You can't ignore that.
Out of contract in the summer, you fancy our chances?
Everyone's going to be in for him. We've got no chance.
All right, let's move on to player of the tournament. Unanimous decision here in Lionel Messi. I mean, is there any more that needs to be said about Messi? I mean, he's really stepped up once again this season, goals and assists in abundance, and his last World Cup. And we both expect Argentina to go quite deep into this World Cup, if not to win it. So it's got to be Lionel Messi.
Yeah, 100%. I think Messi is... I think there's always been question marks with him at World Cups. People argue he hasn't turned up at a World Cup yet. I don't think he scored a knockout goal yet in the World Cup football.
Is that right?
Yeah, he has yet to score a knockout goal in the World Cup, which is surprising. He did get Player of the Tournament though back in 2014 and in 2010, I believe he was. I think he either won it or got in the top 3 for Player of the Tournament. So I do think it's harsh when people say he never turns up, but. He hasn't really had a tournament where he's, won lots of games in the knockouts and stuff. He's always been decent in the group stage, but this is his last tournament, and I think you can see the way he started the season with PSG. He means business this season. He's not taking any prison. He's not leaving anything to chance. And I think Messi's really going to turn up this tournament. Obviously I thought he was brilliant in the Copa America when they won last time. I think they really built the team around him, but they made sure that the team was a lot more balanced than it was back in 2018, where it was really top heavy and it was really poor how the balance of the team. They were getting slapped every time. They were going forward, they were just getting counter-attacked. They lost 3-0 to Croatia. It wasn't a great situation, but now they've got better balance with Romero, Lisandro Martinez. He's got a good base to really show off his ability in the final third, and if you allow Messi to do that, then he's devastating even at this age. And given it's his last World Cup, I think he's going to make the most of it.
I completely agree. But let's move on to the surprise packages. This is a team probably at the lower end of the odds that we think can have a good tournament. And we've both gone, well, I've gone for definitely one outside the box. The one I've gone for is in the bottom 3 or bottom 4 of the odds. I've gone for Canada to be a surprise package this World Cup. Sim's gone for Serbia. What are you thinking about Serbia?
I was looking at their obviously they beat Sweden in the playoffs to get to the World Cup, which is no mean feat. Sweden are always a pretty good team, and they usually give a good account of themselves in tournaments, so it's no mean feat being Sweden. But looking at their squad, I think again they got a nice balance. They got a lot of underrated quality in there. Obviously you got the likes of Kostic from Juventus, Milenkovic-Savic from Lazio, he's having a stormer of a season. You've got the likes of Milenkovic from Fiorentina, who's a big towering centre-back. Mitrovic up front, obviously target man, with Vlahovic as well, who obviously not having the best of times at Juventus at the moment, but we know how good he can be. And looking at their group, I think Switzerland might falter this tournament. I know they've always done well in tournaments, but I feel like they've got a bit of an aging squad, and this might be a tournament too far for this team. And I think if they can get out of the group, that'll be a very good achievement for them. And
Cameroon, they're in their group as well.
And Cameroon as well, but I think they got a good chance to get through that. And I think they got a really nice balance to their team and a lot of underrated quality. And I think they could. Might well get to a quarter-final this season with their quality.
See, Cameroon's squad, not too bad. Obviously, Andre Onana in goal, Nicolas Nkulu in defence. I mean, defence is a bit weak. They got Anguissa in the middle.
From Napoli.
Choupo-Moting, who's having a sensational season for Bayern Munich. Baskog, George Kevin Nkudu at the World Cup. Mbuemo, Toko Akambi of Lyon. Yeah, I guess Serbia should make quite...
Dusan Tadic as well. He's obviously he's been consistent now for a few years.
I've backed Serbia to go through in their group.
Yeah, me too. And I think they've got a lot of talent there, which is going under the radar, is my point.
For me, Canada, I think it's their first World Cup, and they were really a surprise package in the qualifiers. Completely putting America to the sword, USA to the sword. And they've got some really interesting players with Jonathan David and Alphonso Davies in their team. I'm sure there's a couple more as well, which I'm forgetting. But with their group being Croatia, Belgium and Morocco, it is a fairly tough group for them. But I've actually got a thinking that they might just sneak through in this group above Belgium.
Yeah, well, let's go on to the next topic then.
Yeah, we'll get onto it in a sec. But I really think Canada will do a lot better than people because I think people are expecting them probably to finish bottom of their group and just walk out the tournament straight away. So for them just to get past their group is probably a surprise package in itself.
Yeah, I agree. Considering they're not known for the quality of players that they produce, but as you say, they absolutely stormed the qualifying, which is very rare for them. So they could definitely surprise a few people this season, this World Cup.
Well, let's get on to flop of the tournament. Belgium has been mentioned already, which is Sim's flop of the tournament. I'm going for France, and the reason I'm going for France is because it's not real they've got an unbelievable team. There's no two ways about that. But it's just this weird thing that happens at World Cups where when you win a World Cup, you go out in the group stages for some reason. I think 4 of the last 5 World Cup winners have done that, and France were culpable of that after they won it in '98. Obviously, they're the current holders, and sometimes there's a bit of a rift in the France camp and stuff like that, which causes them problems. So, I mean, when you're judging the quality of the squad, you probably don't think they're going to be the flop of the tournament. But I've just got a sneaky feeling. I think they will get out their group, but I got a feeling that they're going to go out in the last 16 or quarterfinals.
Yeah, I don't think they'll win it, France. But the reason I don't think they might be as bad, I don't think they're going to suffer the same fate as maybe the other World Cup winners. Is I think they've actually rejuvenated a bit parts of the team quite well since their last win. They've got really young talent like Camavinga and Chouameni in the middle of the park, and that may be that kind of rejuvenation. And obviously Benzema is up front. He's going to make up for lost time, having missed a few tournaments. I know, even though he played the last one. I think they should be okay. I reckon they still might get to they still might get to a quarterfinal, but I don't think they're going to win.
Quarterfinal is a flop for them.
I guess, yeah. They France, after winning it last time, they want to win it again.
But look at that squad with the Mbappes and everything. Every person you just mentioned there, they should be getting to the final. You know what I mean? At least.
Yeah. So that's a fair shout. I've gone for Belgium because I feel like there's still this aura about Belgium, like they're this quality team anymore. And that's my point. Like, I think they're aging. I think even they're good players right now. Like, if you look at their star names like Romelu Lukaku and Eden Hazard, they're out of form and struggling with injuries.
Or KDB.
KDB is obviously an exception, but a lot of their looking up front. Apart from like if you take Hazard and Lukaku out, you're not really that impressed with their striking options. You got Decatelo's is a good player, Doku, Batshuayi, Openda, Dries Mertens is aging. Trossard's had a good season with Brighton, but you're not really expecting him to take the World Cup by storm.
Still playing Toby and Jan at the back.
Yeah, Toby and Jan at the back, that aging back line as well. Their saving grace could be the midfield. Obviously, KDB, Tielemans having a great season. Amadou Onana for Everton, who's playing very well.
De Ketelaere
as well.
He's having a poor season, but he's still a good player.
But I'd look at their team and I just think, I think they have the reputation of a top team. And I think if you drill down into their team, they're waiting to be exposed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it might have already happened with Belgium already.
I'm saying if they go out of the group, that'll be a major shock.
I think that people in the past have put Belgium as maybe a surprise package in the World Cup where they can go on and maybe get to the final, semi-final and win it. But I don't think anyone's speaking about them in that light anymore. And I think people are becoming wise to how their squad is aging. But they do have some quality there. They really do. I mean, even people like Trossard on the wing can make a difference.
I'm saying it'll be a major failure if they don't go out of the group, and there's a chance they won't.
Yeah, I think there's a big chance they won't get out of the group. I really do. So I think both of these, Belgium has probably got more chance to flop than France. But there's just something about the French sometimes that that they flop in these big tournaments.
Wasn't it when there was that one tournament, a few of their star players got sent home?
Yeah, and there was just massive fights around the whole French team and whatever. But anyway, let's move on and let's talk about the winners of the tournament. And we've gone South America strong. Sim has gone for Argentina and I have gone for Brazil. I've gone for the tournament favourites in Brazil. I think they've been sensational all through qualifiers. They've got there's something about this Brazil team. They're all very much together. They've got an unbelievable front line, really good midfield, top defence. I mean, they've got quality everywhere you look on that pitch. I mean, just look at the goalkeepers, for instance. You've got Edison and Alisson just there sitting in goal. And I mean, they've got unbelievable talent every single area of the pitch. I mean, you look at the number 9s, you've got Richarlison fighting out with Jesus, you've got Vinicius Jr., you've got Neymar, you've got Anthony, Cunha. I mean, I don't even know if Cunha got called up.
He didn't.
I mean, it's just the list of talent there is absolutely insane, and after missing out on the Copa, I think they're going to come back strong in this World Cup and win it.
Now, I've gone for Argentina. I've gone for a romantic ending to Messi's probably international tournament career with a win in Qatar, and I think it would be an unbelievable story if he was to take it. And I'm backing him to do it. And I think they really showed togetherness in the last tournament they played in the Copa America. I think they have a really good balance to their team. I think their back line is so proactive that it gives a good base for the likes of Messi and Di Maria to show their stuff. And I think Messi does make a big difference. Him and himself, him being that player. If you structure your team around him, then I think you've got an amazing chance. If you can make sure that you're as solid as they have been at the back with their defensive solidity, then Messi's always going to come up with something for you. If you can make space for him, and they've been doing that recently, and it worked in the Copa America. They beat Brazil 1-0 in the final, and I've just got a sneaky feeling they can do it again. One more big push for them to get through this another international tournament. So I've gone for Argentina.
It's interesting. It's interesting because I've picked Messi as my player of the tournament. I've picked Lautaro Martinez as the Golden Boot winner, but I picked Brazil as the winners. I mean, I did change it last second from Argentina to Brazil, but I do feel Brazil are going to be the ones taking.
I think Brazil on paper have a better squad. I really do, but I just got a sneaky feeling Argentina. I feel like the belief in that squad right now, it's like. They really believe in making Messi the GOAT, if you know what I mean. There's a whole cult around him in the Argentina squad. They're so desperate to get him that tournament. And if Brazil was the same with Neymar, I would go for Brazil. But I just think Argentina have that psychological edge right now.
Interesting. But let us know in the comment section below who you think the winners of the World Cup, who is going to be World Cup champions this year in Qatar. But those are our predictions. But let's move on and let's look at the tournament trees. Shall we start off with yours?
Yeah. Let's start off with the tournament tree I've gone with. Let me just get it up. So I did this tournament tree today. So I went through basically the tournament tree as I go through the group stages, predicting where everyone's going to finish, and then obviously it maps out who's going to play who in the knockouts, and it goes all the way to the final. So for the group stages, in Group A, I've gone for Netherlands to finish top, Senegal second, Qatar third, Ecuador fourth. Group B, England to top the group, USA to qualify ahead of Wales, and Iran finishing bottom. Group C got Argentina, Poland to be ahead of Mexico, and Saudi Arabia fourth. Group D, I've got Denmark to finish above France, with Tunisia above Australia. Group E, I've got Germany top, Spain second, Japan third, Costa Rica fourth. Group F, I've got Croatia top, Belgium just sneaking in ahead of Canada, and then Morocco fourth. And Group G, Brazil top, Serbia second, Switzerland to go crashing out, and Cameroon fourth. And in Group H, Portugal first, Uruguay second, Ghana third, and South Korea in fourth. Given that, the knockout stages look like this. I've got Holland to play USA and to go through. I've got Argentina to play France in the round of 16, and I've got Argentina to beat France, and there'll be revenge for last World Cup where France won 4-3 against Argentina.
And that'll play into my flop of the tournament.
And then I got Germany to beat Belgium in the next one, Brazil to sneak past Uruguay, England to then beat Senegal, Denmark to beat Poland, Spain to beat Croatia, and Portugal to beat Serbia. Going into the quarterfinals, I've got Holland versus Argentina, where I think Argentina will win. Brazil to play Germany, and that will be a revenge for the 7-1. I've got Brazil to win that one. England to play Denmark, which will be a repeat of the Euros, but no revenge for Denmark. I've gone for England to beat Denmark this time. And I've got Spain to play Portugal, and I've got Portugal to edge past Spain in this one. Semi-finals look unbelievable. Argentina versus Brazil and Portugal versus England. I've got Argentina to sneak past Brazil, and I've got Portugal to beat England in a semi-final. And in the final, which would be very romantic, Argentina versus Portugal, Ronaldo versus Messi. It couldn't get any bigger, and I've gone for Argentina to win. So that's the tournament tree I've gone with, and that would be that's not even that unrealistic in my opinion.
My brother, forever the romantic.
For me, there aren't too many scores in there where you're
no,
like,
but everyone who came out was like, oh, this is going to be romantic. This is going to be romantic.
It would be all romantic, but it just seemed to happen like that. I've basically gone for the best World Cup of all time. That's basically what I've gone for. Let's hope it happens. I honestly don't think it's that unrealistic.
Oh, well, let me connect my screen.
I need to disconnect. One sec. There you go. Go for it.
Let me connect my screen and I'll show you who I have picked out for the tree. But while we're waiting for that to connect, so it says cannot connect.
Are you on TC Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Just give it another go because I've just disconnected.
It's not coming up 5K for me.
Steve Combo says not bad predictions.
Yeah, go through the comments while we're...
Portel Dream says England has the squad to make the final. Well, I think they potentially could have a path to the final, but I don't know if they have. I don't know if they have a squad to do it. I think there are squads there. Cantab says Sim gives England an easy route to the final, although I've got us losing to Portugal. So
well,
not so easy.
The thing is with England, right? Everyone's shitting on England's prospects, including myself. But when actually we go through the tree, if France don't finish top of the group, if France don't finish top of the group, and we finish top of the group, then we can actually miss them in the quarterfinals. I think it is.
We'll play Denmark instead.
We'll play Denmark instead, right? So it actually does. I don't understand. Like England get these runs every single tournament at the moment, and it looks like again it could happen
unless Holland finish second.
Yeah,
Senegal,
which you don't really expect that to happen, but
never know. But yeah, you don't expect it. Never know a World Cup. The World Cup always brings like crazy results, doesn't it? You don't expect, except for you don't. Obviously, the big nations usually get to the final, but in the groups, there are usually some shock results.
Yeah.
All right. You got it up.
We ready?
Make it full screen. There you go.
That is full screen.
Oh, is it? Oh. Maybe zoom in.
There we go. All right, bring it up. So this is third and Iran bottom of that group. Group C, I've got Argentina top with Mexico second, Poland third, and Saudi Arabia in fourth. In Group D, I've got France to finish second with Denmark top, Australia pipping Tunisia in third and fourth. In Group E, I've got Spain to win the group, Germany second, Japan third, and Costa Rica fourth. Group F, we've got Croatia top, Canada second, and Belgium going out in the group stage in third place with Morocco as fourth. is Group G. I've got Brazil to win the group with Serbia in second, Switzerland in third, and Cameroon in fourth. And then Group H, I've got Portugal to win the group, Uruguay in second, and Ghana and Korea going out. So I've actually gone for Belgium to go out in the group stages, which is crazy. Going into the round of 16, I've gone for Netherlands to beat USA, Argentina to beat France, Spain to beat Canada, Brazil to beat Uruguay, and England to beat Senegal, and Denmark to beat Mexico, Germany to beat Croatia, and Portugal to beat Serbia, which fits us up to an unbelievable quarterfinals. So you go for Netherlands against Argentina, and I've backed Argentina to beat the Netherlands. Spain against Brazil. I've backed Brazil to beat Spain. England to beat Denmark in the quarterfinals, and then Germany to pip Portugal in the quarterfinals, which leaves us with two unbelievable semi-finals. When you want to talk about romance, the semi-finals are Brazil against Argentina and Germany against England. Two rivals going up against each other in the semi-finals, and I've gone Brazil to pip Argentina in the semi-finals and Germany to pip England in the semi-finals. And then that leaves us with a Germany-Brazil final. And when you talk about romance and wanting to get one over of the 7-1, what better place to do it in the World Cup final? And I've gone for Brazil to beat Germany in the World Cup final. So that is my tournament tree.
Wow. There you go. Brazil to beat Germany. That would be quite the tournament as well. So that's our tournament trees. Let us know in the comment section below what you think was going to happen when it comes round to the tournament. But the closer it gets, the more excited I'm getting. Your predictions are horrible, says Jacob. Horrible predictions. Steve Combe says both have very good and interesting route predictions. Hyla says you people don't know much about the international teams.
It's funny that we've both got England to finish in the semi-finals, go out in the semi-finals.
We do, which is quite surprising considering at the moment it's been interesting with England. We've got to the semis and the final, the last two tournaments, yet no one really gives us much hope this tournament. I'm guessing it's just the form we've gone into it, but I mean, I don't think does form mean too much going into these tournaments? I don't know.
I mean, when you're looking at how good teams are going to do, I mean, naturally you've got to look at the form, because what else can you look at?
You just look at the team.
Yeah.
Look at their players.
You've got to look at the team and how they're playing at the moment.
Yeah, I know, but like we're basically judging how we're going to do in a tournament on Nations League.
Well, you say that, but we've both got a semi-final.
Huh?
We've both got England going to the semi-final.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Like we're I think a lot of fans are very downhearted because of how we're bound to be in the Nations League, but you know, we did qualify pretty easily for the tournament. We've done very well in the last two tournaments, so there is nothing. Well, I mean, nothing not to be excited for. I think we can go far clearly, and obviously the route is there for us. The route is there for us.
Only if France finish second though, because I don't fancy our chances up against France in the quarterfinals.
True, but maybe we've got a better chance than people give us credit for.
All right, but I think it's time for the sweepstake now. It's time, and we've got 16 names in this wallet.
All right.
And we've got 2 pots. We've got pot 2 and pot 1 over here. And the way it works is bring up the 2 pots. So this is pot 1. We've got Brazil, Argentina, France, England, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Portugal, Belgium, Denmark, Uruguay, Croatia, Switzerland, Serbia, Mexico, and Poland. And you can all see the numbers next to them. In this bag over here, we've got 16 numbered balls in each bag. So each number represents a team from the seeds. And if you look at pot 2, this is the seedings in pot 2. So you've got Senegal, USA, Ecuador, Wales, Japan, Morocco, South Korea, Cameroon, Ghana, Iran, Australia, Canada, Qatar, Costa Rica, Saudi Arabia, and Tunisia.
Right, so we have a draw. We have done a sweepstake with all the a lot of the Tottenham, well, 14 other Tottenham creators. Basically, we've all put £10 in a pot, and we've done a World Cup sweepstake because that's what you do when World Cup comes around. You do a sweepstake. So who are the? Let's just name everyone who's in the
So
sweepstake.
we have got myself. We have got Sim. We have got Sammy in the back end today. We have got Sean Butler. We have got Ollie. We have got Barry, Nick, Phil, Grant, whatever you want to call him. We've got Brian Daigle. We've got Brains McLeod. We've got Josh King. We've got Iggy from Tottenham Away. We've got David Harris, the Irish Hotspur. We've got Marlon, who you have seen on your watch-longs and a view from the South Stand. You've got Henry Wright from Henry Wright TV. You've got Sai, who you'll know from In the Studio. You've got Jack Konecki from the Irish Hotspur. And you've also got Ash Matic as well. Those are our 16 players,
so
and
each
we've got each player will get one ball from pot one, one ball from pot two, and we'll take it in turns to draw the names. I'll draw the ones from pot one, Sim will draw the ones from pot two, and we'll see how we go.
All right, so without further ado, shall we get the draw underway? We have all the names in a nice little pouch here.
Let's shut it and give it a nice shake.
There is no match fixing going on here. Obviously,
no Sepp Blatter involved in this one.
Definitely not. All right, we have odds and we have the number. I've got the numbers up here. So,
do you not want to go through each team and give them a little preview before we start?
Yeah,
they like to prolong the Champions League.
We've got a video montage for all 32 teams now about to come up. So, and Yaya Toure with us.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately
all right,
not.
and the first name to be picked out.
All right, the first name is. Marlon.
Marlon.
Cut to this guy. Oh, Marlon. Marlon. There you go. It's all right. Marlon.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Hold this. Let me give it a nice little shake.
Marlon, your team is...
Number two.
Number two, Argentina.
Oh, Marlon has got Argentina.
And your second team is from the second pot. Number 21.
Number 21, Japan.
Japan.
So Marlon has got Argentina and Japan. Very strong start for Marlon.
That's a pretty good pot two team as well. It's a pretty good pot two team.
All right. Next one.
Next name.
Okay. There we go. Sim.
Oh, God. I have to pick my team. I'm going to have to pick it. I have to pick it.
All right.
All right. The pressure's on.
Sim's looking for the heated balls.
Yeah, I dented one of them. I just remember. Number 12.
Number 12 in Croatia.
Croatia.
Oh. Sim has got Croatia.
Not very good. I'm not happy with that at all. I'm not happy with that at all. And the next one. Oh, no, World Cup finalists. Number 19.
Number 19, Ecuador. Oh, Sim is fuming. Croatia and Ecuador for Sim. He is fuming.
It's terrible. That is terrible.
All right, pick a name.
I'm done with this draw already. Next up, we have Ben.
Oh,
we have Ben.
All right. Okay. 5.
Oh, Spain. Spain could be worse. Could be Croatia.
Could be worse. 31. Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia.
Spain and Saudi Arabia is what I got. So Brazil still in the hat.
Brazil, England, France. A lot of big names still in the hat.
All right. Next name out the hat is Sami Shaqiri.
Sammy in the back end. Let's see who he gets. Who's your pot one team, Sammy?
Go on.
Number 8.
Portugal.
Portugal. And your pot 2 team. Number 20. Number 20 is Wales. Portugal and Wales for Sammy.
You happy with that, Sammy?
It could be worse. It could be worse. A lot
got
of
Gareth
big
Bale.
teams still to come.
All right. Next name out the hat is Butler gets butlered.
Here we go.
Everywhere he
Here
goes.
we go.
Butler gets butlered everywhere he goes.
He can't get Argentina. He can't get Argentina. We know that.
I know. He really wanted Romero, didn't he?
Come on.
Sean.
All right. What are you getting, Sean? Sean. Number 9.
Number 9. Belgium.
Belgium.
Sims flop of the tournaments.
My flop of the tournament goes to Shawnee. And your pot 2 team. Number 27.
27. Australia.
Australia.
So Sean Butler gets Belgium and Australia. Is Butler getting butlered this one?
He's getting battered.
Is Butler getting butlered? All right.
Belgium and Australia. Some big names still yet to be picked.
Next name out the hat. Sai.
Sai. What you got? Who is Sai getting?
Go on.
Sai is got number 7.
7. Netherlands.
Netherlands. Not terrible, but are they going to win it? Probably got a better chance than Croatia, I can tell you that. And your pot 2 team, Sai is 30. Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. There you go.
Wow. So a big team still left in it.
No one's really picking.
I don't think anyone is fully happy, apart from Marlon. Nobody is fully happy with.
Sean says Sim is gutted and he can't hide it, and it's absolutely true. Absolutely true. I've got Croatia. I've got the worst team has been picked out so far. It's absolutely terrible.
All right, who
Not
we got
happy.
here? Henry Wright.
Henry Wright. Who's Henry Wright getting? All right, Henry. Good luck. Number 10.
Number 10, but Denmark.
Denmark. Number 10, Denmark.
See Brains McLeod in the comments. He's still in it for Brazil.
He is. Number 29 is his pot 2 team.
Qatar.
Qatar. So Denmark and Qatar.
I think Henry's fuming right now.
Henry's not probably very happy. Not very happy.
Okay. Next up, we have Ashmatic.
Ashmatic. Made his debut on the channel not so long ago. All right, who's his pot 1 team?
I'm feeling a Brazil.
Number 3.
Oh, France.
France. That's a big one. He's probably happy with that. France for Ashmatic. And next, his pot 2 team. Number 18.
18 is USA.
USA and France. That's also not a bad. That's not
It's
bad.
not bad. Not
That is
bad.
not bad at all. Two fairly high.
Even
up.
though I've predicted France to be flops of the tournament, but
It's
you never
not
know with
bad.
France. You never know.
You probably take France.
Okay, who we got here?
Oh, here we go.
Brains McLeod.
Here we go. Here we
Gavin.
go. What is Gavin?
Can't get Scotland, I tell you that.
Oh my God! Please, let's draw. I want to draw England so much. I want to draw him England so much. All right, Gav. Here we go.
This is a big one.
Number 1.
Oh, and he's got Brazil. Brains
Number
McLeod
1.
has drawn Brazil.
Oh my God! He's only gone and done
Unbelievable.
it. He's only
Unbelievable.
gone and done it. Bloody brains. Bloody brains. And your pot 2 team. 22.
Morocco.
Morocco. That's also
Not bad.
as well.
Brains
That
is definitely-
not well. Brains is
loving life right
absolutely
now.
Loving it.
Loving life right now.
Oh,
All right.
Brazil for brains.
Next up is Ollie.
We have Ollie. Let's see who Ollie's getting.
So let's see what we got left in pot 1 so far. We've got
England.
England, Germany, Uruguay, Switzerland, Serbia, Mexico, Poland. So really, you only want England or Germany.
Yeah, the rest. I'm
Right now.
surprised all these other teams haven't come out yet. Ollie has got number 4, England. for Ollie.
Oh,
Number 4. Ollie has England. And his pot 2 team is 23, South Korea.
oh, he's got Sonny Boy.
Sonny and Kane.
So he's got proper Tottenham.
He has Son and Kane. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Next up.
Next up is David Harris,
David
Irish Hotspur.
Harris. No Ireland to choose from. All right. How many? 5 left?
So it's either Uruguay, Germany, Switzerland, Serbia, Mexico, or Poland.
David gets 14. Serbia.
Serbia.
Serbia for David Harris.
Well, I think Jack Konecki was dying for Serbia.
David Harris gets Serbia. And his pot 2 team number 25. Ghana.
25, Ghana.
Serbia
and Ghana. That is poor. That is poor. All right, next up.
Sorry, David. He's gonna go on a rant now.
Barry, Nick, Phil, Grant.
Here we
You're
go.
up.
You're up, Barry. It's a big, big ball to be
Something
to be drawn
inside so strong.
Out. All right.
He's dying
We're
for
looking
Germany. He's
looking
dying for the Germans.
He's looking for those Germans. Number 6. and
He's
he
got
does
it.
Get the Germans.
He's got it.
He gets those Germans. Fair play to Barry. He's got them. And next ball up. Number 26.
Iran. Germany and Iran. Interesting.
Germany and Iran. He'll take that.
All right. And these next ones coming out the hat aren't going to be happy
Yes,
either way.
unfortunately, you're probably going to be disappointed whatever happens now.
Iggy. All right.
All right, Iggy.
You're not going in the
not
back.
going. Iggy has got number 15, Mexico. Sorry, Iggy.
Iggy has Mexico. Who's left in pot 2? Pot 2, you can get Tunisia, Canada, or Cameroon, or Senegal.
32
And that is Tunisia,
Tunisia,
the lowest ranked team in the World Cup.
goes to Iggy.
All right. How many more names? We've got 3 more names
3
in
more.
here. Who have we got? Brian Daigle. I don't know who else hasn't been pulled out.
I'll just keep going. Josh King.
Badagel, Josh King, and Jack Konecki. And it is Josh King.
Here we go, Josh. You can either get Uruguay, Switzerland, or Poland. Choose your fighter. Probably want Uruguay.
Yeah. Not probably, I think definitely.
Number 13, Switzerland.
Okay.
Switzerland for Josh.
Brian Daigle in the comments saying, just give me Canada. Still got it.
Oh yeah, Canada's still there. Canada is still there.
Canada.
Not anymore.
Canada has
anymore.
gone.
Canada
Josh
has gone to
King
Josh King.
has taken Canada. So Josh King has got, who did he get? Switzerland and Canada.
That's
cool.
uninspiring.
All right, last two. And it is the Daigle.
Mr. Daigle.
Brian Daigle. So what are the options? He can only get two
Uruguay
from
or
pot
Poland.
one. Uruguay or Poland. Who do you want, Daigle? Uruguay or Poland? So it's 11 or
16.
16. It is Poland.
Poland for Daigle.
And in pot two, he can either get
Senegal.
Cameroon or Senegal.
2 African teams. 17. Senegal. That's not bad.
Senegal.
16 and 17 for Daigle.
All right. So
The
that
worst
leaves.
of pot 1 and the best of pot 2. That's what you got.
So that leaves only one draw left, and it's Uruguay.
For Jack Konecki, I believe.
Yeah.
Should be Jack Konecki in there.
Should be Jack. If it's
Just
not, we're going to
confirm.
have to redo the whole draw. It is Jack Konecki.
Jack Konecki. He's over there, and he should have Uruguay and Cameroon.
11.
There's Uruguay and Cameroon, number 24.
Yeah.
There you go. That is the draw for the sweepstake.
That concludes the draw, guys. Let's run through who everyone got in the sweepstakes, starting off with pot one. So Brains McLeod gets Brazil. Marlon gets Argentina. Ashmatic gets France. Ollie picks out England. I got Spain. Barry gets Germany. Sai got the Netherlands. Sammy with Portugal. With Sean in Belgium. Henry gets Denmark. Jack gets Uruguay. Sim getting Croatia, last year's finalist. Josh King getting Switzerland. David Harris getting Serbia. Iggy getting Mexico. And Daigle getting Poland. I mean, everyone on the left, you got to be happy with your picks. And everyone on the right, I guess, has got to be
Probably
upset.
disappointed. Yeah, that's pretty much the nature of this. Going to pot two, Daigle gets Senegal, Ashmatic gets USA, Ecuador goes to me, Wales, Sammy gets Wales, Marlon gets Japan, Morocco goes to Brains, South Korea to Ollie, Cameroon to Jack, Ghana to David Harris, Iran to Barry, Australia to Sean, Canada to Josh King, Qatar to Henry Wright, Costa Rica to Sai, Saudi Arabia to Ben, and Tunisia to Iggy. So who is the big winner out of this? Brains obviously getting Brazil.
Or Marlon?
And Marlon getting Argentina. Big draw there. £160 up for grabs for the sweepstakes. So just we'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on and who's getting happy, who's getting depressed. I'm sure we'll give you many updates throughout the tournament and as to who wins the money. There you go. That's the draw. I hope you all enjoyed that. I didn't, certainly, but a lot of people did. Not
Brains was calling it a rigged job the whole way through, and then he saw he got
All of a
Brazil and was
sudden,
like, it's not rigged anymore. Maybe you're the one that rigged it, Brains.
I mean, he did give me 20 quid.
All right, so that is the sweepstake. Those are our predictions. We're going to be taking callers to see what your predictions are, and I want to know maybe your reactions to your sweepstake as well, if you want to come on and give them. But without further ado, let's get some World Cup predictions from you guys.
Yeah, let's put in the chat who you reckon is going to win the World Cup. And I want to know, put in the chat as well, who's getting the Golden Boot. That's what I want to know. Because it's going to be a tight one, this World Cup, for the Golden Boot. A lot of contenders. So put in the chat who you reckon who the Golden Boot is going for. I want to know what people's predictions are.
Yeah, and let's start off with, who's coming on first. It is KPV.
What is
You're right,
wrong
KP?
with you two jabronis, man?
What do you mean?
You forgot me.
It's ye, it's me, it's KPV.
No, you forgot to put me in the draw, mate. Because you should know by now who I was definitely going to pick.
Who are you going to
Dickhead
pick?
blood.
Who are
I've
you
got
gonna pick?
England because I've got England over here because we're doing a sweepstake where I'm living, and I got England, so I don't
Why
understand
didn't
why
you
you let.
involve us in your sweepstake?
Well, you live far away,
You
man, so you should have put your
jabroni.
two. Shut up.
Jabroni.
It doesn't matter what you say.
Can't believe you didn't invite us to your sweepstake, KPV.
You mean I didn't like because you haven't been to where I live? Well, then why don't you come here sometime soon? And like, there's always the Euros, mate. There's always for the Euros. That's
Always
the
100%.
Euros.
qualification next year, but like,
But KPV,
who-
I've got some questions to ask you.
far
You
away,
ready?
mate. Far away.
You ready? Who is going to
I
win the
was
Golden
sure,
Boot?
mate.
Golden Boot.
Golden
Who's your
Boot?
Golden Boot?
Is there even a question? The second time, Harry Clarsday. You know the rest, blood. Harry Clarsday. Again. 2-time. He won it the last World Cup. 6 goals. Like, so it's got to be. And you've got Golden Glove, bro. You forgot to put the Golden Glove on there.
It's true. We did forget the Golden Glove.
Oh, we
Who's
did
going to win the
forget the
Golden
Golden
Glove,
Glove.
KPV?
Pickford. He should have won it at the Euros, but apparently people don't do it for the Euros. They only do it for the World Cup. Like, the guy kept 5 clean sheets on our road to the final at the Euros, and he's not let us down. So I don't understand why FIFA don't do it for the Euros, only for the World Cup. Got to be Pickford. Like, Kane Golden Boot, Pickford Golden Glove. Flop of the tournament, I've gone with France. Sorry, Hugo. Like, France have won it in '98. They won the Euros 2 years later, and they lost the Euros in their own country, of course, in 2016. Then they win the World Cup. But this World Cup, I'm sorry, France are the flops for me. No offense to Hugo, but they're the flops. Next one, please.
Player of the tournament.
Harry Kane as well. Kane.
Winners.
Definitely, come
Winners.
Winners, England, obviously, because I've got them in a sweepstake. So if England wins,
You're not biased at all, are you, Carl?
nah, mate, because I know we've got some dirty gooners in the team, but no one likes Arsenal. So, but like, people were saying Saka let the country down at the Euros, but sorry, was that Daigle I just heard?
Don't worry about.
Don't worry about
Don't
Daigle
worry.
right now,
It's just
KPV.
us three here. It's just us three here, Kyle.
Like, I think England can win it because, like, I know, as I said, we've got some dirty gooners in there, but I heard people saying Saka let the country down the Euros, but I just think they're deluded. Like, even though he got abused, we even gave him applause when he came on in a pre-season friendly against Tottenham towards the start of last season. But, like, I think he could surprise a few. Like, England's going to win it, obviously. Like, this is it.
What
This
about
is the
your
chance for them.
What about your dark horses for the tournament? Someone a bit outside the box that you think maybe can win the tournament or go far in the
Denmark.
tournament, Ali? Denmark. Interesting.
Because, like, they won the Euros many years ago. That was decades ago. Peter Schmeichel. Like, Denmark
92,
for
I think
me.
it was.
Yeah, 92. That's right. Must have been 2 years after the World Cup. And so, yeah, got to go with Denmark. Højbjerg, they will have Eriksen this time. Like, we all know what happened at the Euros. We were a bit shocked, and I don't understand why they continued the game. But, like, yeah, he's going to be there. But Denmark, dark horses for me. People pick Denmark. I know you pick. Who did you pick?
For my dark horses, I put Uruguay.
Tim?
I picked Serbia.
Serbia, no chance. Sorry, pal. Serbia, they did beat Portugal to qualify, and Ronaldo was fuming. And
Oh no, I picked Portugal. I picked Portugal as my dark horses. Sorry, Serbia is my surprise package.
Oh, no, it's Portugal. Well, and like I see you two said, "Oh, this could be romantic. This could be romantic." Ronaldo Messi final. No thanks. Like Messi has never turned up. Like
He got
I
player of the
picked,
tournament in 2014.
yeah, and it doesn't matter what you say. I don't care. Like we were shit at that World Cup. We had Italy, Uruguay, Costa Rica.
That's what
The
I
worst
got to.
group.
That's what I got to with Messi.
Like Argentina, they did beat Holland there, mind you. They did beat the Netherlands on penalties.
They got to the
because,
final. They got to the final, Kyle.
Yeah, and like they, yeah, I know they didn't have a good start to it. They only won what, 1 or 2, and drawn the last game and got to the final. Beat Holland in the semis and got to the final. Unfortunately, lost to Germany, but Germany, Brazil want revenge after the 7-1. Like, fair enough. But
Kyle, one last question for you.
fair enough. Far away.
Surprise package. So this is someone who you think, who nobody really thinks they're going to do anything this tournament, but you think that maybe they can surprise a few people.
Canada.
Same as me.
Oh,
Snap.
yes, Daigle's happy.
Did you just say it to make Daigle smile? Is that right?
Yeah, because like they've got some good players, Jonathan David and Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich, and I think Canada could surprise a few. So I've gone for Canada, mate. But like the tournament begins on Saturday, and everyone make sure you tune in because Monday England don't play till Monday. So enjoy the tournament, people. And I'm surprised these two jabronis didn't include me in the draw. So you're going to find out for the Euros, fella, like next 2 years. But I'm excited for the tournament. Like, I hope England win it because I've got them in a sweepstake here and I will win a prize. But we haven't thought what it's going to be yet here. So I don't know what you guys have picked yet. So surprise, surprise. So everyone enjoy the tournament. I'll be in a pub watching it with the England fans. And, like, yeah, so...
All right. Nice one,
See you
Carl.
later,
Good
Carl.
to see you, mate.
Big up
All
yourself.
right, lads. And as always, Levy out. Daigle KPV in.
KPV now.
Daigle and KPV for joint chairman. How about that? How about that? And without further ado, the second part of the double act is coming on next. It is Brian Daigle. Brian, how you feeling? You and KPV joint chairman.
Well, it's the new spin on Chaz and Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, KPV and Brian.
But how we doing, boys?
All good, my friend. You happy with your picks for the sweepstake?
No, I'm bloody well not. No,
Big up, Ryan. I can see Ryan creeping in there.
Yeah. We're going, boys. Right, with me, yeah. Well,
I'm all good.
so yeah, what can I say? I'd like to donate my £10 to the Daniel Levy January transfer bonanza because that's got more luck coming in than what I've got. But yeah, listen, it's all a bit of fun. Listen, I think
picks,
Senegal.
Brian? Who are your picks? Poland and Senegal.
Poland and Senegal. So come on, Lewandowski, and come on, Mane. Yeah.
Mane's out for the World Cup.
They won the AFCON.
Oh, fantastic! It just gets better and better. Fantastic.
You got Ismaili Assar.
Whoopty goddamn do. But yeah, no, I was praying for. Honestly, once Brazil won. Argentina and the big boys went. I was praying, just give me Canada, and I was put it in the goddamn chat. And Ryan was like, "You shouldn't do that because the next one that comes out will be Canada." And what happened?
The next one out was Canada. Absolutely.
Yeah,
but
let's
get both of your opinions on these questions. Bring Ryan in as well. In terms of golden boot, guys, who are your golden boots for the World Cups?
I'm gonna go patriotic with this one and say and go Kane. I'm gonna stick patriotic.
If Kane gets off to a good start in the group stage like he's done at the World Cup, I think you can't look past Kane. But I also think, Kane's really the only one that sticks out to me. Yeah, Kane.
All right, and that's golden boot. In terms of dark horses, guys, who are your dark horses for the World Cup?
I've been saying, I've said it for a long time because obviously I've watched Canada very, very closely living there. I think they're getting out of the group. I actually said at the expense of Croatia, Ben, unlike you that went with Belgium. I don't care how they do it. I just think they will do it. I don't think they'll go much further. But at every World Cup that I remember, from Italia 90 with Cameroon, Turkey in 2002, Bulgaria in 1994, and so on, there's always been that one dark horse that gets out of the group and just surprises people. And I think a lot of people are going to be thoroughly surprised by the brand of football that Canada play and what they're going to do. So I'm going patriotic again. I'm going with my other country. I'm going Canada.
His heart over his head, as per usual, Brian.
That's good. Damn right, mate. Damn right.
Ryan?
I think it was one of you that said it, Uruguay. Uruguay, you know, they just have that experience, that nous. They always seem to go deep into tournaments. They make it the distance. So, yeah, Uruguay, dark horse for me.
I mean, they've got quality players, don't they? And Valverde,
quality,
Bentancur, Araujo,
Suarez, there.
Nunez, you know. Quality players, don't they? So, yeah, I agree with that. Winners. Who are your winners, guys?
It's coming home.
I think it's between Brains and Marlon. I think it's Brazil or Argentina. I don't think you can. Brazil, from the squad I've seen, have pretty much got two teams they could put. Their depth, their squad in depth is absolutely frightening. So I don't think you can look past them. I really don't. But Argentina would be my second pips for who I think is going to take it.
How far do you think England can go?
Depends how the draw now.
Yeah, I mean, you've been asking about players that you think will stand out. One that I think really is going to stand out, and he's done brilliantly for England so far, and I'm a huge fan of him, is Jude Bellingham. I think he is an absolute superstar in the making, and I think if he starts and can get and do what he's been doing, like Gaza did in Italia 90, not saying he's going to reach that heights, but we saw what one person can do in a World Cup, and I think Jude Bellingham is a superstar. So if he can have a good game and Harry Kane is on fire, I think you said we get knocked out in the semis to Germany, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
I would say my expectations with the squad we've got is to get to the quarters, and anything plus is a bonus. So I'm going to stick with quarters myself.
Ryan?
Semis or it's failure. Brutally honest, we have to. We want to act like a big country, go for these tournaments. We need to go far in them. We can't keep
like a big country.
You sound like you're talking about Tottenham.
Back Southgate, mate. Back Southgate.
We have got the players. I mean, to tell you what, one that we're going to speak about is probably James Maddison coming up in a few months with the window open. But if his price tag, 60, 70 million? If he has a blinder of a World Cup, that price doubles. So, yeah.
Stump up the money and sign Bale. That's what I say.
Why not? Why not? The 58 rumour. Why not? Why not? But I have to say as well, I talk about Jude Bellingham, and I've mentioned him on your show before, and I think another player people have to keep their eyes on. It's me going Canada again, and I keep mentioning this guy, is Tajon Buchanan. Everyone is talking about, obviously, Alphonso Davies, who I saw someone put in the comment. He has got a slight knock. He picked up a slight knock, but he is there with Canada. People obviously know Jonathan David, but people need to keep a very close eye on Tajon Buchanan. Looks like Leroy Sané, plays like Leroy Sané, and if we could get him, like even before this World Cup, I would take him at Tottenham in a heartbeat. He is a real talent that I think is going to come out of this World Cup shining brightly.
Interesting.
I think Argentina will win it.
What about? Wow. Yeah, I mean, Sim went for Argentina, I went for Brazil. I mean, those are the two kind of choices that most people are going for at the moment. But who do you think the flops
I forgot. I know who's going to win it. Poland are winning it.
Yeah, of course.
Poland are winning it.
But it would be so great to see Messi and Ronaldo both crash out early. Just see their tears.
Sim thinks the other way around. It'll be great to see them face off in the cup final.
Yeah, I'm with Sim. I'm with Sim on this.
Imagine they both crash out.
Portugal, Argentina. That'll be amazing.
That would. I mean, we all know it's Messi's last final, and there's a lot of sentimentality with that, isn't it? And it'd be wonderful. Just let's face it. It would be.
Let him play in the third place playoff.
Bloody hell, mate! Have some respect. But yeah, so seeing him win one would be incredible, and it would complete everything for him, wouldn't it? But do I see him doing it? No. But seeing a Messi Ronaldo final would be something special.
Who are you guys' flops of the tournament?
Oh, I like what you said, Ben, about France. There is that kind of World Cup hoodoo, isn't there, where literally the defending champions just seem to flop.
Yeah.
But and then you said Belgium, Sim, yeah?
The flop, yeah.
Yeah, I can't say Belgium because of my love for Jan Vertonghen. I just
Heart
physically
over his
can't say
head yet again.
Mate, what are you talking about? You're trying to say I'm predictable or something. I'm not. Let's
Next
have a
few
look.
words will be Levy out.
No, do you know what? I said Poland are going to win it. I think Poland are going to be the biggest flops. Poland. Just everything Poland for me. Every answer is Poland.
Ryan, who you picking for the biggest flop?
I think Germany again. I think they may come unstuck. What defines a flop? You're going out in the group stages, Germany, or last 16?
Yeah, something like that. A team does a lot worse than expected.
Germany, yeah, last 16 exit. I think France will go far, like semis, because the fact you've got the hoodoo of obviously winners, crashing out early the next World Cup, but there's also, this is quite a young side when they won it, because Mbappe was 18 there. They a lot of young players when they won it, so they're still around now. It haven't even reached their prime, so I think they will still go far, France.
All right, interesting. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on today, and we'll speak to you very soon, and get brushed up on your Poland knowledge, Daigle.
I will do. I'm about to go have some pierogies and everything else that you do with it. I need to find Polish alcohol-free beer if the thing exists. It's just I'm going all in, or I go Senegalese.
Yeah,
that may be
go Senegalese. Papa Matasar and all that.
Oh, mate, there you go. There you go. I've got a Spurs player to root for. Fantastic. Brilliant. But yeah, guys, wicked show, wicked stream. Love you guys. And I will speak to you very, very soon.
Will do indeed. Ryan, good to chat to you as well.
And as always, Poland, Senegal.
See you later, Brian.
Poland, Senegal.
That definitely wasn't predictable from Daigle. I thought really thought the Levy out was coming. I thought he was actually going to go KPV Daigle in, but wasn't to be. Have we got anyone else coming on? All right, so I think we will leave it there for today. Very fun stream for you guys. The sweepstake was done. Our predictions are in. We've got some other predictions as well. We'll be back tomorrow with some more FIFA, World Cup scouting missions for you guys. We'll be picking out some players to watch out for in the World Cup. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.